Hello, testing the Walmart brand mic. This needs to be quieter. Ram and I will be. Oh jeez, Ram and I will be in the Discord in just a moment. Give me a second. Okay, is this better? Better a little bit. Okay, still a bad mic. We'll see what we can do. I'm gonna join that Discord right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. It's kind of loud, maybe. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can turn myself down a little bit. 13.3. How about now? I act like Walmart products are bad. Walmart products are great for saving money and are all you really need, but it's undeniably worse than an actual good brand product. The exception of like a handful of things is like, what's it called? Crown Cola? That shit's good.
Crown Cola? What the fuck is that?
Crown Cola is a off-brand Coke, and it's really fucking good. It's honestly my favorite, behind like Thumbs Up, which only half the world really recognizes.
Yeah, but you can't drink that shit from the bottle, else you get sick, son.
I'm ready to get sick for that shit.
Dude, you actually deadass have to pour that shit into a glass.
Yeah. If I was worried about my health, I probably wouldn't be drinking it in the first place. But still, yeah, Royal Crown. That's what I was talking about, not Crown Cola. Royal Crown. That's what I'm talking about.
RC Cola. You talking about RC Cola?
Yeah.
Fucking that shit. You RC Cola drinking ass bitch.
That's me. I'm that RC drinking ass bitch. All right. What the fuck? Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that stood for anything. I thought it was like fucking race car cola or something.
Race car cola. No, it's Royal Crown. It says it on the back, I think, probably. I don't know. I found out the name by accident.
I've never bought that shit because I have fucking respect for myself.
Well, you're missing out. Let me tell you that.
You drink RC Cola, you don't respect women.
Why the what? Why?
Because you an RC Cola drinking bitch. That's why.
So if I'm a bitch, I can't respect women? I don't know. I'm not correlating this, man.
Exactly.
Damn. Shit, I gotta reconsider my preferences now.
Do I need to explain this joke to you right now, man?
A little bit, yeah.
Because bitch is a disrespectful word to women.
Yeah, but if I'm the bitch, I'm not calling women bitches.
So I'm saying what does and doesn't disrespect women. I'm using the word bitch. Is that? Come on, man. Man, see, this is why
I get it. I get it, and I'm not happy that I got it so late.
Adding to the list of things I have to explain to you on how to be cool, motherfucking having jokes explained to you. Not cool, man. Just pretend like you get it.
Hey, don't worry about that. Kai explained that to me well enough like 3 years ago.
Yeah, like if you at a party, you talking to some chick, she high as hell, she makes some lame ass joke, or you don't give a the fuck she's talking about, just pretend like you do.
Well, I know that. But like,
I don't know, man. You wear an SPF 75 sunblock out here, man. I don't know, man. You might not know these.
What is my target SPF? Was it 60? 70?
Below 30.
Low 30. Below 30. Damn. Okay. Living that dangerous life. All right.
Exactly, man.
Okay. Hey there, Pollo. I am all right. A little bit rushed, but everything's fine. And CEO Taku was fantastic. Pretty good chill time. Mostly just treated it like a vacation.
Did you plug my SoundCloud on the stream?
I was looking for an opportunity to.
Yeah, right.
Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. I was looking for a chance where I could be like, oh yeah, I remember Kenji was talking about blah. But but to be fair, all he's known for now is his SoundCloud, and that's all I was gonna say. I was gonna hope people looked up his SoundCloud, but I never got an opportunity to reference you at all.
God damn it.
Kenji is quiet. Okay, Kenji, talk. Say a thing.
I'm in here, like swimwear, shift into 5th gear, bring your bitch here.
The sickest bars. Alright. should be almost good. That looks pretty good. Not make the mistake of not going anywhere. You will do anything in your power to go. Next talk. Yeah, you absolutely should. Frosty and Common Breaker are my personal favorites, but CEO Otaku is definitely a solid member in the top 3. Unless you're Kenji, who just hates all majors.
Yeah, man. Nah, I'm going to the next major, though.
Oh, what? Really? For DBFZ?
No, fuck you. Fuck you, you retard.
Damn.
Got him.
You got me good. I feel defeated. I was excited for a second, and I should have known better.
Yeah, dude. Man, you don't get to see me sleeping in my underwear, you know what I'm saying? Your boy.
That's all I live for.
Your boy blasting bare-chested, bare thighs, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna make matchups real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So what's good?
You know, just chilling in the cut. I finished all my fucking errands except one before noon, and now I'm just waiting for shit to come out the dryer.
That's cool.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
responsibility.
Yeah, like I cleaned my shit up. Gotta just I don't know. And then that's like I got the rest of the day to do whatever. Hand is feeling good, you know.
I'm in Chicago right now, and I'm just running about. So
Word.
I wish I could be as productive as you. What?
Just visiting people?
Yeah, pretty much.
Word.
It was kind of okay. So like, I just bought a car, right? And the warranty on it. Well, it's like
yeah, wait, you sent me the Snapchat. I forgot.
Yeah. So I can return it in 7 days if anything goes wrong. So I was testing it on a trip all the way to Chicago and back because that would be within the 7-day range. That's the main reason.
Man, I can't believe you got the money for that shit, man. That's crazy.
I'm spending the big dollar bills. I just don't buy expensive things usually. I don't know. Like I don't usually spend money, so I just had a bunch of money lying about. And for the first time ever, I wanted a car. And I'm like, oh damn, that's a car I want. For those guys who do not know, I have a Tesla now.
I mean, I ain't be spending shit either, but I don't got 6 figures just laying around.
It wasn't a 6-figure car. Model S is a 6-figure. No, Model 3 is 60K. Well, the one I got was 60K. Yeah.
Shit, that'd still be like.
That's still a lot of money.
Savings.
Yeah. I mean, I'm financing it, so I technically only have to pay 20-ish, and I still got change to spare.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I got savings, but like, yeah, like if I were to buy like a new car, like I'm not trying to fucking take out a car loan or none of that shit. Like, fuck that noise.
Yeah, it's smart. I just kind of knew that eventually I wanted to get a Tesla, and I found out I can get it now, so I'm like, why the hell not?
Word. No, I feel that. Yeah, I don't know what, like, next, like, big purchase for me would be, I don't know, I guess, like, new car. But I just bought this car, like, less than 3 months ago. It's just, like, a 2012 car. It's just a used car.
Yeah. I had a CRV just for that, though. Like, I literally just did not want a car at all. Didn't feel like I needed a car. Just wanted something that required minimal maintenance, so I can just have it exist.
Yeah. But you gotta, like, live in a place that's got all those, like, damn charging stations and shit, right?
Yeah, of course. But the thing is, like, a lot of people think that charging stations aren't that common. They're pretty much everywhere. Like, I can't travel 50 miles without finding a charging station.
That's good.
Yeah. Like, I drove past a barren farmland between Indiana and Illinois and still had charging stations. That was good to go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I don't know what my next like big ass purchase would be. I'm just trying to buy music equipment right now, which I mean is expensive as shit, but like, you know, it's not cars. Like we're talking orders of magnitude here.
Give me 1 second.
Also, during this commentary, I will only be using the Skullgirls approved terminology.
Skullgirls. You memorized every move name?
Yeah, dude, even the normals.
Even the normals.
Call me Red Witch.
Does she actually do that? Oh, that's right, she does!
Yeah, that's the fucking thing, dog.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, dude, shit is whack as fuck. But we're only using the Skullgirls. I'm gonna beat you if you don't use the Skullgirls approved terminology, man.
You gonna beat me, like, physically? How are you gonna do that if you don't show up to majors, man?
Dude, I know where you live.
Shit. It's not much of a secret, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't know where I live.
I can guess.
You don't. I bet you don't even know what city I live in.
No, but I know where Pleasure lives.
Pleasure lives on in a different region. Than
Right, but he knows where you live, so I can bust his kneecaps and get him to tell me.
Not anymore. He only knew me when I was in college.
Shit. I'm out of options. I got no clue.
I've moved to 3 different states since then.
Oh shit.
Since the last time I saw him in person. And the last time I saw him in person was in NorCal too, when we were visiting my girlfriend's parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Pleasure's met my girlfriend, weirdly enough.
Oh, that's right. You were telling... Was that... That's not related to the story of you, like, showing up to watch a random ass movie that went on forever, right? You just kept on talking.
No, yeah, that's when he was in school too. That's when he was in SoCal.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and that movie was Constantine, and I fell asleep. That's the story. Is we were like, because I like spent all day traveling there. It's like a 2-hour fucking train ride, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm there, we're playing video games like all night. I'm meeting his friends. We go get food. I think we even go like round 1 and shit, and then we come back. They've just downloaded like Constantine because they just picked a random ass movie, and I fall asleep during it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Yo, man, you must have really not liked that movie." I'm like, "Dude, I was just tired as fuck." And he just kept on giving me shit for it.
Can't believe you hate Constantine, man.
Dude, it's
Defined
my favorite
our culture.
movie. Dude, John Constantine is my favorite movie. So what are we waiting on right now?
I'm making matchups.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you fuck a bitch at Sea Otaku?
I mean...
That's what you do at fighting game tournaments, right?
Nah, not getting the, what is it? What the fuck do they call it? The FG
Gamer
dick?
girls?
No, it's I forgot who I was talking to about this, but it's just like... They were talking about how they gave a ride to a person who was just looking for that FGD.
What? Like a chick was looking to like just get dick down?
Yeah.
And she went to a fighting game tournament?
Yeah, I don't know.
A place like notorious for like people stalking people? And like beating like
man, I go to these things just to play some video games. There are plenty of places to go if I really need to find a girl. But like I'm gonna stick to video games when I'm flying to fucking God knows where.
Yeah, I mean you say that the last time, you know what I'm saying. Don't act like there wasn't a girl in your bed last time, you know what I'm saying.
There wasn't a girl in my bed last time.
At the one I went to.
Oh. You and I both know that was awkward as fuck.
Yeah, man, it's because I was fucking just in my underwear the entire time watching you.
Oh, that was the best part. Anyway.
I mean, true.
Matchups are out. You guys can check the Discord. Things are up. Let's go ahead and get things started. Hey, who else showed up? We got SJW. How are you doing? I've heard she has been playing the game a little bit. Think she's still in beginner? I'm not sure.
Oh shit, it's a gamer girl?
Oh my god, don't even.
Send me the bathwater, homie.
Jam Josie is here. What the heck is this UI? Oh, you're right. The UI is wrong. Now the UI is perfect. Whatever. Okay. Weekly matchups are out. So first up, we're going to go ahead and get Solid Filament versus Poyo on stream. Let's go ahead and get that going. I am in Chicago, which means I'm working with Walmart brand hardware. Not literally Walmart brand hardware. It's actually really expensive hardware. But all the good hardware. It's all like 10 years old.
And also Kanye West.
I'm also working with Kanye. Could I post a lobby link? Oh, that's what I was forgetting. My bad. Give me a sec. Link address. Here it is.
Yeah, why don't you got the ill-ass Chicago accent?
I mean, people tell me I do. I don't sound like I'm from New York by any means.
Nah, but like, you just got like a nondescript, non-regional accent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess you can call it that. I mean, I guess it's because I was spending most of my time in the suburbs, like in downtown Chicago. Like, it's honestly hard to find someone with that classic Chicago accent that's in like Hollywood and shit.
Damn. You don't do the A's, the Oakland A's?
Some people do. I usually don't.
Is that like the Ka thing? Like that shit that Kanye does on the workout plan.
That's
you know
more.
What I'm saying? That shit,
that's more
that
East
shit's funny
Coasty.
as fuck.
Like the.
No, I just remember like in fucking like middle school or something, we always used to make fun of that intro to a new workout plan by Kanye, where it's like might be able to pull you. What was it? What, a rapper, an NBA player? Damn, at least it did with a car. We all used to make fun of that shit in fucking like middle school. That shit was fucking crazy.
All right, let's jump into this. So right away, Poyo's gonna throw it to Light George. Smart move. All right, hard punch. All right, you're canceling. It's definitely showing fundamentals of Peacock. This is Peck Team.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Peck's team also has a Parasol and sometimes a ban.
Oh, that's real now?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just joking with that.
The ban part?
No, the Parasol. Because I saw him play it, like, I mean, I haven't seen him play in forever, so I just assumed that was something he was, like, trying out.
If I remember correctly, CEO Otaku, him versus Liam, both had Parasol teams. They were the only two Parasols in the show, I think.
Again, I haven't watched a tournament in, like, 2 years, so.
Not surprised. Cool, use the teleport, try and get to the other side. Good punch on the Gregor, smart blocks. Gotta be able to do a combo.
On that BNB.
Yeah, I'll drop the BNB comment, as I usually do, a little bit.
Yeah. I deadass think, like, Peacock probably has the hardest, like, normal-ass BNB to do.
Oh, she definitely does. It's the only one I still can't do.
Like, to this day, the only, like, beginner Peacock BNB uses, like, half the bar and does, like, 5k damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doing, like, a full-on Dizzy Peacock combo is so fucking ridiculous.
It's mostly because of that air dash cancel, right? Like, that air dash cancel is super weird.
I mean, because there's like a bunch of routes, so it can be like a million problems. It can be if you're doing the TJ route, doing the dash jump into the air dash thing is like ridiculous, and doing the rejump. The rejump I still can't do, and I like actually tried that shit for like 2 weeks, and I couldn't get it consistent.
Yeah, I can't even.
And then
begin to practice that.
Yeah, and then the other thing is the air dash thing is like so fucking hard to get consistent.
Mm-hmm. So a couple of things there, just so you guys know, or just so you know, Poyo. Lenny into Argus is not guaranteed unless you're already comboing them. So you want to make sure that you've already hit confirmed before you try to do that. Because otherwise you're risking just the bomb being used against you, especially if your opponent's really, really close to you. Smart blocks, good counter hits, things like that. You need to be able to finish your combos, of course, appropriately. I saw an attempted PBGC there. If you're not aware of what PBGC is, don't worry about it yet. It's not super important until you're an intermediate level. Right now, obviously, the most important thing is a BNB, and I'll talk more about that after I focus on Solid Film in a bit.
Yeah, so this is the Peacock bullshit. It's really hard, and like when it becomes more varied, there isn't like a straight up just like beat it answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is why I think Peacock's like kind of a disgusting character. But typically, what you want to do, first of all, you don't want to push block it because that'll just give Peacock more space. So, unless again, there's very specific situations, and by the time you know those, you don't need this advice anymore. And so what you typically want to do as Philly is you want to super jump, and then if you can dodge the item or wait out the item, the item drop, the thing that comes from the top of the screen, you can use L airball and your air dash to kind of get yourself some real estate. And that's typically the game plan on Philia. Yeah. Weird hit confirm. All right, we're just.
So can she not really do much about Peacock's blind spot?
I mean, you can dash. Everyone can get through it with like a dash jump or like or just a well-timed jump, but like it doesn't matter. It's completely covered, like because you're just landing on top into something anyway.
Also, I think.
And also, there's Robo Beam, so it completely covers that.
Yeah, but doesn't Grounded Gregor also low profile, like beam super or something? Does it beam super? Low profile beam super?
I don't know, but like a million things will be there if you do it full screen.
True. Just a way to like. Well, what I would do is like I don't play Philia, but I would try to, after Robo's on cooldown, I would try to instant air dash to get into Peacock's blind spot a little bit, gain about half screen distance, and then use Gregor to go under any sort of reversal punish if Peacock throws it out, where at this level you might actually see.
It can be hard, though. Like, I wouldn't say, like, go in with that as a game plan, because if the zoning pattern varies at all, you're just going to get hit.
Yeah.
But you'll get hit usually after you super, so you'll burn a bar and like just get hit. I wouldn't like recommend that as a like working game plan.
Yeah. Again, you mentioned the Peacock dead zone a couple of times. I'm just gonna put a link into Twitch chat just so you can reference it to go back and watch the VODs. That will at least explain how Peacock's pressure works and also how you can take advantage of it.
Yeah, like against Peacock, there's not like this is what you do against this thing. It's more like you have to have a general game plan of how to play against Peacock specifically. It's not even just getting in, because getting in Skullgirls is very different than getting on Peacock. Did you drop from the game too?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, I got dropped.
That sucks.
But typically, it's like you just got to understand the tools that you have like to get in on Peacock, and for Philia, it's usually air balls of some sort. Usually L, just because it brings you high, so you avoid all the non-item shit. So it's why you got to wait out item. And also assists typically cover the ground. Assists don't go in the air, right? So giving yourself the air time's good, but for the most part, it's air balls, air dashing at the right time. Usually you don't IAD at a Peacock. And then dash blocking, which is very important. It's a little bit advanced, but it's like kind of necessary against Peacock. Dash blocking and instant dash jumping are like kind of necessary, which is why this character is so fucking hard to play against. I
do kind of like that Robo's anti-air danger lost to Philia's air-to-air. Normal.
I'm not in the game, so I should restart.
Right. Yeah, that was the thing. A couple other things. This is not something you have to worry about too much right now, Solid Filament, but something you should keep on the back of your mind is what the hell was I going to say? Something you should keep in mind is when you're starting your combo with crouching medium kick, you're heavily scaling your combo. Don't worry about scaling too much right now. Right now, you guys both need to focus on just learning a combo and being able to do it consistently. It's the best way to get familiar with your character. So we highly recommend the BNB Compendium. It's not the best combos by any means. Look up character-specific combos on your own through YouTube and whatnot, but if you're just trying to get familiar with the character, which is, I think, what you need to do at this level right now, type !BNB into Twitch chat, and hopefully, yeah, there we go. Moobot will give you a link to general combos for every character, and these are really, really essential for you to learn, not because the combos are great and they're optimal or anything like that, but because they'll get you familiar with the character. And again, combos aren't everything, but they're definitely a good starting point, especially in this game.
Did they both just leave the lobby?
Yeah, I guess they're only playing till 3. Did I say it's only playing till 3? Let me double check. It's 5 games. Hoyo and Solid Filament, if you guys want to play more, you guys can play 2 more games. You guys are playing 5 flat games.
Sorry about that. Oof.
No problem.
I woke up early and then did all my shit. So
yeah. I just couldn't sleep. I don't know. I feel pretty energetic though. It's weird.
I got up at like 9.
Damn.
Fucking worked out, cleaned my apartment, fucking...
I had to wake up just to move my car out of the way. Yeah, it's going to work.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Right, they're back. Good to go. Jams Josie, yes, we do have a couple of intermediate players. Well, we kind of, at the end, we have a lot of beginner players this time around, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm a beginner player.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you even call yourself a beginner? You don't even play.
That's true. I'm worse than a beginner. All right, I'm gonna just ban this guy who's just saying random bullshit. Like you said it once with no context, you say it twice. I'm not gonna find out what that's about.
Is that a 2-minute ban, or you just perma?
No, I just straight up banned him.
I don't think you need to perma ban him.
I don't care.
Let's see if I can.
All right. Yeah, you gotta learn a combo also because like opportunities against Peacock are way more important because it's so hard to get in on her. Like she wins at like most distances that aren't like her getting actively comboed. So having like your combo game against Peacock's like pretty important, and reset game. See, that was good. See that dash into like late air dash? That was like good. You want to like I feel like you're doing it randomly, but like that's the idea. Right, and that's how you learn things. You just test out a bunch of shit, and then you keep on doing the ones that work until they don't, and you try to find out why they're not working.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like really general, but like figuring out how to learn is like a big part of anything competitive, really. Is like you gotta know how I was gonna hit. Oh, what? She was facing the different way.
Oh, that's interesting. So you can use push block to stop yourself from moving backwards and stay away from the Lenny chip. That's actually something I did not think of. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I really rarely see that interaction because usually it's like you're already getting hit if that DHC is coming out. Oh my god! You see, she just like bounced onto the little Doppler.
Yeah. What else? We mentioned block dashing before. In case you're not familiar with it, Skullgirls is a game where you can dash while blocking. The best way to do it is to press light punch, medium punch, which will start your forward dash animation, then tap back as soon as your dash startup is done. So that way you'll be dashing forward while holding back, and that does block while you're dashing forward.
And you can't always block dash also.
When can you not?
Like, it's not... there's like certain times where you can just get hit out of it. I forget when. I kind of only know them when I see them.
If you
and also, like,
encounter that again, let me know, because I did not know that.
Yeah. Also, you can't like chain them together. This is
Philia
like
can. Philia can wave dash. Philia is the only character that can wave dash, I think. Well, only character that can wave dash in a significant
but then you're vulnerable. You're not like fully like it's not like you can like dash block, and like you're completely safe the entire time. Like, it's not like there's a lot of games where you can do that. Like Eunice, kind of.
Really?
Like Eunice Eunice has the most aggressive dash blocking because I think you're guaranteed a minimum distance of dashing.
Huh. Interesting.
Otherwise, like Batista would just be completely unstoppable.
I did not know that's how you're supposed to approach Batista. That actually helps a lot. I will think about this.
When we played that one time, like when you were playing Hilda, this I was getting in on you because like Merkaba has a huge fucking dash, and I could just block and like he could scurry along.
That's pretty cool. By the way, Solid Filament, just so you know, DP. I don't know how familiar you are with fighting games in general, but DP motion moves are usually have invulnerable startup. So there was a point where you were really, really close to Peacock, and you tried to use Hairball to attack her. Instead, you should have used DP, just so you would have been able to iframe any button she pressed.
Or
iframe means invulnerable frame. Or what?
Or normals.
Yeah, okay.
If you're really close to them, you can just press. Typically, you want to press crouch light punch.
Well, Peacock was using the punch move, so normals wouldn't have helped there.
Okay, but anyway, like you typically, if you're next to someone, you either want to press jab or crouch short. Oh, sorry. You want to press standing light punch or crouching light kick.
Yeah, and those aren't the names of the normals.
Oh shit, that's true. Fuck. Hold on, let me pull up the wiki.
Are we being great yet? No, we're getting great, Hydra. Being great is on Wednesday. You know that. Alright, so that's 5 games. Good stuff. Hopefully you guys get some fundamental information there again. Get started, but again, most important thing is obviously learning a BNB. That's going to be the first, like getting to 40 on Dizzy BNB is super, super useful.
You either want to press snip, snip, or ankle sock. When you're close to them, because those are your fastest buttons. Snip, snip being faster, but ankle sock being an actual low, so they don't just always block it, because snip, snip's a mid, so,
How can you just say that with such a straight face? That's so dumb.
I'm a professional.
Okay.
Dude, it was funny, because whenever the week was that I was covering for you, like, my girlfriend was coming over, and she came in, like, but I told her, I was like, hey, like, you're gonna have to let yourself in, like, and not talk. And whatever, and she's like, and like a somewhat decent job because I was like trying to like, I wasn't being super loose with it. My girlfriend's like, I've never seen you talk that way, like ever.
Yeah, I mean, when I think back, like some of the best commentary practice I've ever done is when we were doing it before my first major. Was it like before the Frosty Faustings time I commentated? Like for a month.
Back when I gave a fuck?
Yeah, back when you gave a fuck. There was like a month where we did real commentary on Be Great, and it was like really, really good. That was probably like the best commentary experience I've had so far. I mean, that says volumes about everything else, but like it also says like when you give a fuck, it's actually really, really impressive.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, okay. You want the Fuqua bread and butter combo in the official terms. All right. You're going to want to press light punch, medium punch, light kick, heavy punch. You want to keep up that motherfucking rhythm, keep up that rhythm, that shit's going to motherfucking drop.
Shouts to Fuqua, the only character with a true infinite in the game. That's not true. Don't listen to that. Enlightened Spirit versus Thok is going up next. Let's go ahead and get that going.
You go diagonal! You just go diagonal!
I love that video. There was someone made an ASMR version of that. That was fucking hilarious. Enlightened Spirit and Thok. Thok we've seen a couple of times. I don't remember Enlightened Spirit. I don't know if you've been around. They are an EU player, so if the connection is really, really bad, please let me know. We'll go ahead and split up the matchup. That's what we do here on Get Great. We try to make sure that you can play the best you can.
Yeah, if the connection's like really bad, like we'll just actually like decide what we're gonna do about Brexit and kind of kick you out of the European Union. But otherwise, we'll try to accommodate you.
Welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. We have the authority to kick nations out of the EU.
Yeah. Wait, do you not?
Oh, we do. Obviously, we established this in like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like weird. Like you won't let me ban people in the Discord because it's like, well, I'm already gonna like take out members of the EU. Like so,
Can't give you that much.
Like I'm already deciding who's in the Schengen area. Like I don't understand why you're so precious about your Discord.
Yep, the third hit of that string is an overhead. That does mean you have to block that high.
Looks
that
like
is also an
we
overhead.
both need to learn some combos.
Yeah, I'll mention that again in a bit. Oh, there was a slag spike. Hopefully this is fine. If your opponent is a little bit further away from you and you want to use Giant Step as an overhead, which you generally shouldn't do, but if you want to, then use the medium one, because the medium one has a vortex effect, so it pulls them really, really close to you, and that lets you convert a lot more easily.
They both do. The medium just has a bigger one.
Yeah,
Dropping the real knowledge. Are they actually called light, medium, heavy?
What do you mean?
Like in Skullgirls parlance, is it not like it's not like weak, medium, strong, or anything, right?
No, it's light, medium, heavy.
Okay.
I think it straight up uses the acronyms that we generally use, like the J.HP and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can see that in the move list, like in the move list, or where, like when it's in the training room when it's giving you combos to do, the tutorial or whatever. Yeah.
All right, and now we're seeing my favorite CNN fucking correspondent.
Nice parry.
But yeah, so okay, we're finishing out with the Grendel flex. So typically, when you're playing like Big Band, you don't want to let them get like too close to you. And I get this hard, which is why Big Band's not an incredibly strong point character, is because you like it's hard to keep people out in this game when you don't have projectiles and like really non-committal shit. Big Band has a bunch of really committal shit. So typically, how you want to like what you want to do to like just keep people from just like getting in on you and having all that pressure, right? Because Beowulf is gonna jump at you with the chair. Elijah's gonna do air dash mix-ups and shit. You either want to like again not burn your double jump immediately, and then also again just you gotta press the buttons with better spacing. Like so, I see you're using let me pull up the wiki. Keep talking while I look at these move names.
So a couple of things for the Big Band. When you got the wall bounce after the crouching medium punch, you can convert with HDP. Don't use a launcher again. I know you might want to conserve sound stun, but it's honestly the best opportunity to use your sound stun and also shake because it's in the middle of your combo. So don't worry about scaling. Not that it matters at this level right now too much. I'm seeing semblance of a combo. There was one time where you dropped after jumping medium punch, jumping heavy punch into jumping hard kick. That's because you pressed the jumping medium punch too late after you started your jump. You want to do it as early as possible. What else is there? I don't know if I should commend you or feel kind of worried about the fact that you guys are not using that many grabs at all. Just remember that grabs are really, really powerful in the game. You can only take a grab when they're standing, so if your opponent's crouching, grab is a really powerful option. There was a grab, but like for the most part, there were a lot of opportunities where they could have grabbed and like turned a lot of things around, where they just kind of went for a counter light kick. That's also really cool.
I saw a couple heavy toll attempts. I think they understand like how the grab mix-up works.
Okay.
But yeah, also when you land heavy toll, like you need to use a medium giant step, or you can do an E-break cancel, but that's
E-breaks cancels are hard. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for off of back throw, because you need to be aware that you need to switch your charge, but not too early. Because you have to
switch your charge during the startup of toll, otherwise, like you will not build charge fast enough. It's insane.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Also, this round, I guess this is kind of beyond the scope of a beginner, but the round start in this matchup is something that has always stressed me the fuck out.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah. It's true. No, I think it's E-break in the actual, like, right? I don't think it's emergency break. Like, I think it's straight up called E-break. Oh, no, it is emergency break. I'm wrong. Okay. But just because, like, the DP threat's so real, and there's not a lot Big Bang can do about it. Sorry, the uppercut threat is so real, and there's not a lot Big Bang can do about it. And, like what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? Like, light brass knuckles? I mean, I guess
you parry buffer E-break. So you get close distance on them, and if they pressed any button at all, you parry it. If they didn't press a button, you immediately closed a bunch of distance on them in R+.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can option select like a noise cancel or something, but I don't know. It just always stresses me out. Alright, we're just doing heavy toll into supersonic jazz. It's a strange choice. Again, more strange choices being made. Okay, yep, full screen heavy brass knuckles, you know. Okay.
So I recommend stuffing that habit early, because that's a bad habit that a lot of big band players get stuck with really, really early on, and it's super, super rough to like try and get rid of it later. Don't heavy brass in neutral unless you have like a really, really hard read. Throwing out brass, H brass is really satisfying because like it does a lot of damage, has 2 hits of armor, and covers a ton of distance, so you get really close to your opponent, and sounds great and all, but if your opponent blocks it, they can get a huge punish on you and you basically die. So
yeah, so the idea that you should go in with is that if you're gonna full screen heavy brass knuckles, you should be willing to say, okay, I'll lose the game if this goes wrong, because you very much can. Because one hit can be the game. Because it's just like because of their resets, it's all momentum, it's all attacker advantage, right? So you should be ready to lose the game if that goes wrong for you, and that should be the risk reward that you're working with.
Yeah, like throwing out brasses like that is super risky. If you want to end a block string in light brass, it is safe. It is -5, and then you can like mix up into like a DP or another brass if you want, but don't worry about that for now. But like if you use any brass other than light brass, you're going to get punished. M brass is a bit of a weird one because if you space it correctly and you're really far away from the opponent, there's only I think 2 characters in the game that can consistently punish that. So you kind of have options there.
It depends on the space. Spacing's like really, really finicky with that because of the spacing. It has a weird activation range too, like when the actual fist comes out.
Yeah.
And also L brass cannot be safe too, depending on how you do it.
It has to be as long as they're not already push blocking. It's always -5. I thought.
Yeah, there's some like weird edge case that I found that someone did to me, and I'm like, really? They're punishing this the entire time? Because I was just doing it as the move, like as like a frame trap. They'd block it and punish it, and I'd be like, huh. I forget what it was, but there's something. It probably has to do with spacing.
So 5-frame jabs would trade with it if the spacing is bad, and Bella not trade with it. Yeah, it would trade with the jab. So then and Bella would.
No, I'm talking about punishing it. I'm not sure. I might be misremembering it, but I feel like I remember someone having like a labbed out punish to like again, it might be a spacing thing though also.
Okay. 5-frame also, you would be 0 when the 5-frame jab hits, so you would be because 5th frame is the active frame, so you'd be. Would you be? I think you'd be.
And again, you guys want to be careful about just kind of doing random ass reversals. Like I know that's like what works and like they're good panic moves, but neither of you guys are blocking very much, which is why they're like working, quote unquote. And so I would say again, like if a reversal goes wrong, you can lose the entire game off of it.
Yeah.
Because you can just play to death off of a blocked reversal, unless you're Beowulf or Peacock. But you know,
general rule of thumb is like reversals will work now, but may or may not work later. Whereas learning how to block properly and respect your opponent now will always be valuable.
Yeah, defaulting to not your first instinct being reversing out of something is a good habit to get in, and it's one I never really developed, which is like one of the main weaknesses of my play, or was, I guess. I don't know. All my weaknesses are all neutral now, but
yeah.
Yeah. See,
okay. See, like huge. That could have done huge damage to you right there after they blocked that. You could just press any button.
And also, like, I get that like you're not used to the game yet. Like obviously you guys are pretty new, so just like work on that because that is possibly the easiest like situation you'll see that you can get like a big punish off of. So just pressing like any of your faster buttons there is something you need to get down like pretty fast.
Yeah. So good use of grab there to get through the hyper armor. Another quick tip: you can always spend a meter to do a snap on a character that's in hyper armor, and it'll knock them back into the body.
You mean an outtake?
Yes, an outtake.
Yeah, and so if you can do outtakes. They go through armor. Eliza has a good. I'm on a boat. Fuck, what's the move called? Hold on.
It's her sweep for anyone who's still human.
Solar barge.
What? That's what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Solar barge.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the sun at all?
I don't know, man. You questioning Mike Z?
Yes. I do that on a regular basis. Alright. There wasn't too much we said about Beowulf. We said, that was like a couple of lines, the same thing for about Eliza, but for the most part,
I got things to say about Beowulf. Fuck Beowulf.
Damn. But the most important thing I want to emphasize right now is the same thing I emphasized in the previous match. Please check out the B&B Compendium. They're not the most optimized combos by any means, but it's exactly what you need to use to get familiar with your character. We recommend learning a big combo first, not because it's just a ton of damage, but because it's how you can get familiar with the most common links, the general spacing of how the rhythm of how moves should feel, so on and so forth. And before we can need you to be more familiar with that before we can talk about more advanced things like resets, corner carries, scaling, all the fun core mechanics of Skullgirls that make no sense, etc. You can find the BNB Compendium by typing !BNB into Twitch chat anytime you want. It provides a link. Use that link. Yeah, that's about it. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get XLZX versus TB Fish on stream.
Excuse me.
No problem. For all the best Skullgirls bed and breakfast hotels.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever stayed in one, but I might have. There's no way to know.
What, a B&B hotel?
Yeah, there was one at the wedding, but it was only for like because it was like the venue, and so it was for members of the like wedding party and whatever.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so like wasn't in that shit.
I've literally never had a B&B. Like I've never. I mean, not. I mean, I guess it's
you've never gone to bed and then had breakfast.
Yeah, I've never had breakfast.
You've never owned a bed. You've never owned a. I've never had breakfast in bed either. Because that shit sounds. Or maybe when I was sick. I guess that counts. But like.
I mean, when I'm sick, that's too sick to get out of bed. I usually am too sick to eat as well.
I mean, like when I was a kid, like my mom would just make me eat like soup or something.
Oh. Yeah, I can't do that. That would just make me puke because I can't eat semi-solids. Shit fucks me up.
Just like in general?
Yeah, in general. Like I can't eat pasta and shit. Like it makes me puke. I found ways around it. Like if I turned it into a sandwich, like a yakisoba sandwich or something, then it's fine. But
damn, I did not know this about you. What the fuck?
Oh, you didn't know this? No, I can't handle semi-solids at all. Like it's the same reason I hate ice cream and things like that. Like it all tastes good. I just can't eat it.
Damn, you crazy, man.
Yeah. Living a harsh life.
Yeah, I guess so. See?
Round
see?
GP. We respect that, though.
And what do you do about that shit, man? It's so annoying. The answer is you lane cancel it and then call your DP assist. But
yeah, we're still in the beginner, so I don't want to talk about chicken block lane canceling, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. This applies to the last match and this match. This is what you do against Horus, or honestly any move that comes out really, really quick but you have enough time to up back in, and then also has a ton of recoveries to punish it. Let me find that link though.
I would also like to say, I'm not a fan of either of these teams.
Why would that be?
I think they're bad.
Well,
oh, you want me to go?
How many teams are good though?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think they're bad, not just not good.
So why is that? Like, do you think they actively counteract each other? Like Bandaliza, I mean, like you can make that work. You have a team with Bandaliza. Sev has a team with Bandaliza.
Yeah, I mean, it is Pleasure's team, right? Oh, actually, I don't actually know if he's using H. It doesn't look like it. But if he is using Heavy Take the A train, then it's better. It's just like it's so much better. Like even Pleasure ran Bella on that shit, and I think it was better. He just didn't really have a solid Bella. But it's just so limited in neutral. This other team, I also think is pretty limited in neutral, honestly, for a Parasol team. Because like Drill doesn't do that much, because it's just more push block opportunities. Because you usually land it with like tears and shit.
I would honestly assume with Parasol you would want Fireball assist, not Drill, because she doesn't really need a second reversal.
I don't know what you'd even use. Like you might even start using like Grab Assist or something. Who fucking knows? But also, like I guess you're allergic to doing damage also with that team. It should be dead level 3. Sorry. I mean,
something Scarab?
Should be dead. Hold on, scrolling through the wiki. God, there's so many things with the segment normals. Capri Sun. There we go.
Yes, of course, Capri Sun. I remember when Kenji told me how much damage she had.
Lady of Slaughter. Yeah, I don't know about doing that there because you don't get neutral advantage from doing that, where you could just go for a reset. But so, yeah, like.
I mean, you get the Albus Horus advantage, right? Like, you get the they either have to respect the Horus and like they can't do Tear Shot or anything. Like, it gets eaten out by the Horus.
It's not a mix-up though, because then they're just jumping at you, like.
Right, but you still, if you have a health lead, like, you still applying pressure there, right?
I guess, but why not just go for a reset? It's just better.
True.
Also,
I mean, the assist was
yeah,
nice.
you guys
Like,
want to
this is not
learn
necessarily
resets for you beginners are when you intentionally drop a combo or do a combo in a weird way that lets you get a second hit for to start a new combo. Because of the infinite prevention system in this game, as well as the drama bar, you can't do combos that'll necessarily kill the opponents or set up really strong Oki in this game. Oki is very hard to set up in this game, so what the meta in this game revolves around doing resets, and there's videos about it that someone will link in the chat now that I've said this, I'm sure.
Holy Sandwich. Yeah, if you want to specifically exclude Cerebella, there are only a handful of assists you can really safely use to build Bile. Yeah, you have like A-Train. You can go for Oki setups where you have things that like are hitting your opponent really hard and they have a sliding knockdown, like Ras or like what's it, Fugazi Knuckle / Titan Knuckle. And
I mean, Val can get sliding knockdown on her own also.
True, and then you can build a Bile, and then you have to play Oki. It's not as easy. Hey there, Servon. It's been a while. How have you been?
Yeah, if you'd use a Thoracotomy 3 times, then you'll get a. Oh wait, no, not that one.
It's wall bounce, not able to convert. That's okay.
Oh,
if
no,
you're too close to the corner, use Timpani Drive to convert.
Yeah, IV Naginata that 3 times, then you'll get hard knockdown. But you have to obviously preserve OTG as it works with hard knockdowns in this game and bullshit.
Yeah, you can tech sliding knockdowns if your opponent's already used OTG. In case you guys did not know.
All right. So again, just gotta learn some more combos and all that good shit.
I mean, these two almost seem to have a game. I feel like they're almost there. Just keep practicing your BNB. Make sure you can do it 10 times in the lab in both directions, and that's how you know you're familiar with the BNB. 10 times.
Okay. Okay, we should talk about this. So you're throwing out some love darts here, and so generally, especially against A-Train assist, not a great idea because like you typically want to do them in the air, which it seems like you're doing. But then you can get scooped for doing them really easily because you're in the air and you're not blocking. So I'd be really careful about that. Typically in this matchup, you don't want to be doing too many anyway because Eliza can kind of range out of you with her air dash buttons. So what you want to do is you want to get enough space that you can kind of wall out with jumping light love darts as opposed to kind of trying to keep them at a distance with light and heavy. At least in my experience, that's what works. I know that's not the common advice, but that's what I go for and what I have the most success with.
Yeah, and then another thing to put on the side, just to keep in mind, is if you are going to use fireballs to like try and punish the band assist in any way, shape, or form, wait till after A-Train's active frames are done. And the reason I say that is because if they armor through your fireball, they don't have the extended recovery. If you hit your opponent's assist and they get hit and they're not armoring through it, your opponent will not be able to call that assist for a little bit. Like, it'll be an extended time. It's like an extra several seconds. So it's really, really useful to do that. It gives you a little bit more time to get momentum of the game. Or recontrol the momentum of the game.
Safe jumps are only safe if you're blocking during them? That's not how that works.
Safe jumps are, jumps that if your opponent was pressing a button that has iframes or like is a reversal in any way, shape, or form, you will land cancel through their hurt box before they will actually hit you, before they're in active frames. That's what a safe jump setup is.
Yeah, so you do your jump in and hold down back, and then
either you hit them or you go straight through their iframes and land cancel and chicken block. Not chicken block, down back. Yeah, we're like almost right there with the BNBs. Also, TB Fish, I'm assuming you already have been looking into the Pleasures Guide on Eliza. But in case you haven't, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that there is a !guides command in you can see the Eliza guide by Pleasure, and Pleasure kind of optimized the Eliza A-Train combo.
Yeah, you can also see my guide.
You don't have a guide.
Yes, I do.
What?
Yeah, it's how to do a switch heel flip on skateboards.
Dang, hook me up.
Yeah. It's step 1, stand on your board the other way. Step 2, do a heel flip.
Shit, I never thought of it that way.
Exactly. Right? So many people just got it wrong. Okay. Yeah. So see, this whole thing, I would caution against ending your combos in blockbusters, just because they typically don't lead to like neutral advantage. Again, unlike resets, where even if resets are blocked, typically you're working with some sort of advantage. Whereas most blockbusters will just send your opponent full screen or somewhere where it's essentially neutral.
Mm-hmm. So a couple of things. One, so exactly to build off of what Kenji said, you didn't actually gain anything by doing that DHC. You spent 2 meter, which is 2 sets of resources, to not really get anything out of it. You didn't kill your opponent, and you had no reason to swap allies out. You had perfect health and all that. So exactly what Kenji said. Go for a reset instead, because you would maintain pressure on your opponent. If you're not really familiar with the lines of resets yet, check out the guide, obviously. I mean, this applies to both players. Check out guides or like look up reset things for your characters. If you don't know any resets or can't find any sources, reach out to us on the Discord, which you can find by typing !Discord, and we'll find it for you. Ideally, you are able to find it on your own, but if you're not, we're always willing to help. The other thing is a quick small thing about ban that I've noticed a lot of times is you try to get the hit confirm with crouching light punch, which is good. It's only 6-frame normal. But the best way to do it is actually cancel Crouching Light Punch into Crouching Light Kick after a single hit. So that way you have 2 hits of a light. If you just let Crouching Light Punch rock, it ends up hitting 6 or 7 times, which heavily scales how much damage you can do. So instead, it's a lot better to go Crouching Light Punch, Crouching Light Kick. And while I don't want to worry about scaling right now, it is a good habit to get into early on to not let Crouching Light Punch rock.
Oh shit, wait, we're not doing the Valentine combos with 17 hits in the first string?
That is absolutely correct. I don't need to do a full BNB and end up doing with 2,000 damage or something. Was it 3,000 damage, 2,800 or something? It's like really bad.
Who's that lame-ass dude who was like, he was also like, I should put Lab Zero in my tag because I tested the Linux version of the game?
What?
Yeah, dude was corny as shit, man. Like, don't get it twisted, like...
That's goofy as fuck.
Yeah, right?
Alright, calling Horus, got the combo, keep it going. This is the natural progression of Get Great. We run out of things to say while people are comboing, because, I mean, it's a combo.
Yeah, I mean, because what happens is, like, people, you know, don't make the same mistakes. Obviously, you can't just change how you play that quickly, so you just kind of see more of the same mistakes. But it helps us to see just, like, okay, this is, like, a pattern of what they're doing. It's not just, like, a one-off. It's not, like, a lag spike or some shit. It's like, okay, this is what you're doing, you know, more or less wrong.
Mm-hmm. So again, like almost the exact same thing as last time. I mean, this time I guess you had a reason to switch into Big Bang, because Eliza did have some red health he could get back. You can justify it. Although this matchup is this matchup particularly good?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's kind of rough to fight this as Big Bang. I mean, you're getting a couple of lucky brasses here and there, which is definitely good. Yeah.
Also, I see that kind of when you're close to them as a big band. Excuse me. You're not pressing, or you're pressing ring-a-ding, right, and doing it twice, which isn't a low. You want to actually press sharp note.
Is that what it's called? Crouching like a sharp note?
Yeah.
Damn.
And because that's actually a low, and also you don't want to press ring-a-ding twice, because then it's really easy to push block, reversal, you know, PVGC guard cancel, you know.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with those mechanics,
guard cancel. That's what I said. But you don't want to do it, is what I'm saying. Don't do it. Don't ask why. Just do it, motherfucker.
And that's another reason to do the Crouching Light Punch, and then into Crouching Light Kick, one hit of both, because then you at least get a low in there. Can become predictable, so you might want to mix up and just always go, or kind of go for the Crouching Light Kick straight, if you're really confident that all you need is a low. But of course, getting 2 hits of a light is pretty good.
Again, because one, it's a low, so like unless they're pressing something that's not a reversal, which is very rare to do in those cases, you know, that won't hit. And secondly, you don't want to be doing a lot of hits for situations where you're not guaranteed the hit, because then again you can get PVGC'd. And also it just gives them more time to react to whatever mix-up they're coming, because, you know, better players, it's harder to surprise them, because, you know, like, you know, you can only be doing so many things.
Fluff is screaming stop, and everyone else is complaining too. This is great.
Dude, I said I was gonna do it. You fucking didn't believe me.
Respect that, I guess.
Your boy in this shit.
Yeah. A couple things I want to point out that are pretty cool. TB Fish, you've been doing a good job adapting to the A-turn assist. You're not being caught by it nearly as much as you used to. That's pretty cool. You're still not really sure what to do with Parasol after all that pressure stops. Pillar is your friend. You haven't been using it too much. You've just kind of been getting crossed up and hit. Lucky for you, Pillar hits on both sides.
Yeah, Napalm Pillar like can't be crossed up. It does have a dead zone, but it's usually not applicable at this level of play. That people are intentionally exploiting it.
Yeah, people don't usually exploit until high. So like you can safely get it with Pillar all the time. Also, whenever you're applying pressure and your opponent blocks stuff, just always end it in a tier. Tier is +2. It's dumb. It means you're always safe. There's gaps in your strings, so your opponent can reverse it, but you can also exploit that with assists and things like that. I think you tried to use Light Brass there because you got interrupted. Either that or you E-braked. If you were going for Light Brass, remember that it has no armor, so that means you should use it at the end of a block string. You want to make sure your opponent's already blocked before you're going to Light Brass.
Also, I noticed that you seem to not really know how to end your Fukuoka block strings. Typically, you want to end them in either M Love Dart, but that's pretty risky because if they're push blocking at all, you're going to be minus because I think normally it's like neutral, frame neutral on block. Or you want to be using L Forever Clone. And what that again is like it's still minus, but it gives you some distance. And they can't really do anything about it because like there's very little pushback on M Love Dart. But then also if you use any of the Forever Clone specials as your block string ender, there's a gap that they can get through, but it's risky to do anything about it. So
I still don't know if I should be impressed or annoyed that you're still using all these correct terminology. I mean, Red Witch would definitely be proud.
Yeah, dude, I'm lit here.
All right.
I'm scrolling through the fucking wiki.
Dry Eyes versus SNES. Let's go ahead and get you in here. You guys are gonna be up next. Start kicking off the intermediate bracket. See how this goes. I think Dry Eyes has a little bit more experience than SNES, but I believe in her. I think you can do it.
All right. Do you like ask for pronouns in the fucking thingy?
No, she specified. She said I was making a mistake, so she told me to use she. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
N is the dumbass who did that, where he required people to say if you want to be either called he or she, which I thought was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
No, because A, you're forcing them to choose one of those two, and not they can't pick whatever they want.
Oh, he or she. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you just like,
and B,
if you
like,
think it's like, what are your preferred pronouns? Like, I don't think that's harmful.
Right, but the second problem was that it was a required field. It's just like, why? What if people just don't care? Like, just like, why do you? If they want to submit and sign up for the thing, why do they have to specify that pronoun? Like, it's I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, I guess it's true. It's like if it is actually a problem, people just tell us.
Yeah.
Who's that problem where like we just kept on fucking forgetting for like the longest time?
I mean, there was that one person where Josh B, like, said they were a girl once, and then ever since then, everyone just called him she and her, and just never believed him when they said they're not a girl for like a while. That was funny. They enjoyed it. They had a good sense of humor about it, but I don't remember who they were. They were pretty
Gex. Now I remember, like we called Gex Key for the longest fucking time.
Oh,
like we just kept forgetting. Like it was literally like an honest mistake.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I think it was like 3 streams until we finally got it right.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh shit, yeah, my bad. Like,
yeah. Damn. I feel bad about that. That was like 3 years ago, dude. I can't believe you remember that. Holy shit.
Get Great does not intentionally misgender anyone. Unless it's funny, then we do it. But...
Damn. We are not like the, what the fuck was the community that did that? VSAV. Random VSAV people where it's like...
That wasn't VSAV, that was just Dine.
Was it just Dine? It's like, I don't respect you, so I'm not going to use your proper pronouns. Yeah, he got fucked up for it.
Well, it's because this person, like, he was in an actual argument with this person. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, I read the entire conversation.
And I think Dine was right, too, but again, I might be biased because I know him personally.
Sure.
But, like, yeah, and then he got so mad, and, like, the girl kind of baited him into it also. Mm-hmm. Like, she saw that, like, he was kind of, like, about to do it, and he's like, and she said something that kind of baited him into it, and then it was like, all right, like, well, now you're fucking canceled.
Give me 1 second.
I mean,
I had the conversation. She was definitely, like, not on the right side there, but Dine did not handle that correctly. That was a bigger problem.
Yeah. Because I remember I had to explain it to, like, Lightning, too. He's like, I don't get what the problem is. I'm like, dude, if I'm like arguing with you, it doesn't matter what kind of argument we're having. If I drop the hard R at you, like that's not okay.
Yeah. SNES, how you join is you put that link into your browser, and that'll automatically launch Steam, which will automatically launch Skullgirls, which will automatically throw you into the lobby. If that doesn't work, then I can add you to my buddy list and invite you, but this should work 99.9% of the time.
But yeah, I think I think Dime's been back because obviously that was a long ass time ago. But
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
no,
think
that ban was like removed this like January. Like it was a 1 month ban.
Yeah, and then I remember Mike, because Mike was like, "Yeah, we should like ban him for a period of time from Salty."
Yeah, that's why.
And, like,
because yeah, go ahead.
Because Mike like is never in the Salty Discord. Like Mike doesn't like being on social media, like for obvious reasons. Or like where he actually has to talk to people, not just hear his own opinion, like on Twitter. And so like he came in and like was a jerk because he like thought that people weren't like taking harsh enough action about it. Like, because I think some people just wanted him to apologize, and then Mike was like, like his first instinct was to say that he was right. So like I think he shouldn't come to Salty for at least a couple months.
Yeah, it was one of those weird situations where it would have easily been one way, and then if people handled it correctly, but people handled it really, really poorly, so it ended up being blown up into a week-long debate and just ended harshly with like just a 1 month ban or something. Regardless,
because everyone liked Dine. Like no one disliked Dine at Salty, so like it was a weird situation. I mean, Dine's a cool guy. Dine is always nice to me too. But
all right, we got the corner blend. Damn. TP. Oh my god.
That's a legitimate thing. Like I don't think that's necessarily that
It's
bad.
a good way to avoid crossups also. Like if you saw your opponent jumping over you, or if they're pressing jumping medium punch, it'll anti-air them. It's a good idea. I mean, especially because Bella's main approach option is jumping medium punch. What is the real name, Kenji?
What for what?
For Bella's jumping medium punch.
Oh shit, hold on, let me pull up the wiki. Give me a second. Keep commentating.
Alright. I do like the
medium
fact
punch
that
or down medium punch?
Wait, what are you saying?
Medium punch or down medium punch?
Is it a command normal? I didn't actually know if she had a command normal.
The elbow drop is a command normal.
No, not the elbow, not the people's elbow. The what's it called? The jumping medium, the one that she swats the air.
slap.
Yeah.
That is slap chop.
Slap chop. All right. That's honestly a lot less creative than I thought it would be.
Yeah, Big Bam's not a grappler. A blinded fish. I don't know where you got that idea. But yeah, it just seems like this is just a bunch of random letters. The Bella player needs to just work on their combos. Like you're not really getting a lot off of these hits.
Yeah. They did start respecting their opponent a little bit, and like started blocking a little bit more, which I respect. They also avoided the level 3 reversal, which is good. I do like the car cancel into the 4-frame grab. Like you obviously have to do that if you're gonna play Bella. It's like fundamental for her to end your be able to end your block strings in that 4-frame command grab. So you're showing signs that you're familiar with this character, which is good. But you should be able to consistently finish a full combo, which maybe you weren't trying to, but then you need better resets. And it's too early to tell for sure which one it is. Grab. That's always fun. You can cancel that into... Can you go into full combo with that?
No.
No, okay.
Not without assist.
I recommend investing in an assist that will let you get a full combo off of that. There are a million of them.
There's not a million, but there's a few.
Lot. Or at least more damage in general. Like, so you don't have to just go for like.
Yeah, I mean,
what's it called?
Typically you play Belle with an assist that'll let her get a conversion off of both Diamond Drop and Diamond Dynamo. Typically it's medium beat extend, Cilia slide,
bypass also works. Gelato runs that. Not Gelato. Was it Gelato that ran that? I don't remember.
No, Cloud.
Cloud runs that, right.
Yeah, those are like the big three. I don't really, off the top of my head, know of others. Yeah, it looks like we just gotta learn a combo. Also, yeah, don't keep panicking into Diamond Dynamo. It's not a great idea. Again, it's not safe on block.
I believe Dragon Bite also works, but I haven't tried it.
Maybe.
But then you're playing Squiggly and you're already making a mistake.
Yeah, you're playing Squiggly Bella, which is just a bad idea.
How dare you?
Dude, I played that team and beat you with it. It's not a good team.
Yeah, you beat me with it, so it clearly works.
Yeah, that's the litmus test for if a team is good, if I can beat you with it.
Nah, I'm just playing. But, yeah, there's that. What else was there? There were a lot of things I wanted to point out about the Bella. Oh yeah, if you want a combo, like it's really
we all
early
have
on the
nerves.
set.
That's a feature of being a human. Got him.
Nice. Can't believe you did this.
I hit it.
What are you, Mike Z? Or are you expecting soon? Which one is it?
I'm expecting.
Because your dad jokes?
Oh.
Never mind. So, what you can do is, if you're going for pressure with Bella, instead of going into the forefront grab, you can go into lock and load, and if your opponent presses a button, you armor through it and then go into 360 instead. And if you 360, that's also a command grab, you get the counter hit glorious damage from that super, which is a ton, but you cancel that into the DP. It's one of the only supers you can cancel into a DP. If not the only one. I think it's the only one. So you can cancel that into a DP instead of letting it finish, in which case you get a full combo off of it, which is what you desperately need at this point. And you are using Battle Blitz almost a little bit too much. Like I said, it was a good thing before, but you're definitely using it when you probably should.
To kind of elaborate on Crank was saying more with that mix-up, so you do heavy lock and load, and it'll armor through most reversals, and then what you do is that during the startup of that, you can check to whether or not they're pressing something, they're down backing, they're up backing, and if they're down backing, what you can do during the startup, you can input Ultimate Showstopper, and then it'll catch them because they can't jump out after the Super Flash. It's a pretty good mix-up. Again, if they up back, then depending on kind of the timing, you can bring them back down with heavy lock and load, or you can kind of go for some other shit. And if they're pressing something, then obviously you can go into Diamond Dynamo, get full combo if you're in the right position and all that shit. And but it's a good mix-up. It's a very strong mix-up.
And to re-emphasize one more time, you don't let lock and load finish. You Kara cancel that into 360.
Yeah.
And Robot's saying 360 doesn't get counter hit damage. Please feel free to check, because I'm not sure.
Who cares, though?
I mean, apparently... Oh, what the hell was it? Liam found the thing where if you hit someone out of the startup of a grab, you don't get the counter hit bonuses. It does the counter hit animation, but you don't get the benefits.
Isn't that something you knew about already, though?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Did I know that?
Oh, no.
I don't think I did.
I just, there's a lot of these things that, because we don't share them, people only know when Liam finds out, the Robo-Head thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, oh yeah, I was talking to Tom about that, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I have the Discord logs, I was like, oh yeah, I knew that.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude. Okay, we're kind of just pressing random buttons in the corner. Again, typically, as Cerebelli, you either want to do, jumping slap chop, to kind of space out in the air, or you want to go for, typical, tune-up, or...
if you're playing Oki and you have pressure on them already, press jumping hard punch, that works. It's good.
Yeah, and then when you need them again, you just do diamond scratch,
diamond scratch? What's that?
You're low.
What's diamond scratch?
Low short.
Oh, okay. What is medium kick called in Street Fighter games?
What's it called? Forward.
So short forward roundhouse?
Short forward roundhouse, yeah.
Okay.
And so, you never heard me make the joke that 9 jumping forward can mean a million things depending on what game you're playing?
You have made that joke once, but I'm not familiar enough with the terms where I can instinctively recall it.
Yeah, because 9 is, anime notation.
Mm-hmm.
And then also a character in BlazBlue.
Yeah.
And so 9 jumping forward can mean so many fucking things. Although I don't think 9's in any 6-button game, so... Oh my god! Oh my god, the fucking diamonds are forever fucking armored through the symbol crash.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because different symbols hit different amount of
covered the whole model.
I never knew this until Sunset pointed this out, but different symbols hit different amount of time. Third symbol hits 3 times. I never knew that until she pointed it out.
That's why I always do M symbol, because it breaks armor.
Except for A-Train, right? A Train has 3 hits of armor.
Yeah, but I'm never doing that against Big Band, so...
That's fair. Robot says 360 does not do counter hit damage.
Okay. The first time I won Salty, it was with the first time anyone played with the Nerf symbol clash, the non-overhead, and I hit Jamzy with it while he was hatred guarding something, and he was like, armor, and then Mikesy comes behind him and goes, multiple hits. And then I'm like, dude, calm down, it's not overhead anymore. And he was like, it was overhead?
You didn't know?
This was like the first time, or like, it was just like either the day it happened or like the day after.
You know, that actually, now that I think about it, it probably should have never been overhead in the first place. Most specials are not overhead. There's only like a handful of exceptions to that.
Ben kind of needed it.
True.
And it didn't really help. And
it was like a reactable overhead, so it didn't, yeah.
It's changed literally zero things. There were some resets you could do with it, though, but they were bad. But, like, Ben needs them because he has very bad resets.
Yeah. I mean, with light, you don't need the overhead for this, but I guess if you get the jumping medium kick reset in the corner, you can always confirm with light symbols.
It just, the main thing is it lets you be a little bit lazier on defense against him, right? Because typically, like, you shouldn't be down backing if someone's in the air above you, and Ben, like, you know, had a tool to not let you do that besides just coming in with a jelly roll. But again, it's changed very little in terms of what actually happens, like in real game situations.
We're hitting the point where I can't contextually figure out what the hell you're talking about when you say move names.
Oh, jump light kick.
That's jelly roll?
Jelly, yeah. He even said it, jelly roll.
Oh yeah.
It's the reference to the jazz great Jelly Roll Morton.
I believe you.
Yeah, they're almost all his move names, or a lot of his move names are references to, you know, like Sashimo Deathblow, obviously. You know, take the. I don't think Brass Knuckles is actually. Beat Extends, obviously, just a Potemkin reference.
Yeah.
Oh, sick, we're teabagging and Get Great. My favorite. People are so sad.
I mean, like, that didn't even seem like it was a BM thing. That just seemed like you wanted to taunt your opponent into actually being a little bit more aggressive. Not that Ben really needs it. Ben really does a good job controlling the pace of the match. If they're closing space on your opponent. If your opponent's cornered, Ben can restrict options like nobody's business. It's really good.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we have one more set coming up, and that's it for the evening. Let's see. And my UI is glitching out. Why does it keep doing that?
QB versus Maplewise.
Yeah, QB versus Maplewise. Let's do that.
Compared to in tourney nerves, I get pre-tourney nerves. As soon as I'm actually playing, like, my nerves are gone. Like, I mean, you've seen me play. Like, I'm just like, I'm hanging out, I'm talking, like I'm like it's the same thing with breaking. I get so nervous before I have to battle, and as soon as I'm in it, I'm like, I'm the fucking greatest who's ever done it.
I feel like the way you talk and the way you just like overly express yourself is like your way of calming your nerves down before you start. Like it's, I don't know.
No, like honestly, the nervousness is becoming a problem. Actually, it's like really fucking me up lately.
Oh damn! All right.
Yeah, for the past like 6 or so months, because I haven't been competing as much lately. Oh, okay. So like I haven't had as good a handle on my nerves because like the lack of recent experience. Obviously, I've been doing this 10 years, but like the lack of recent experience is kind of coming back to bite me now because like it feels too alien to me, and it's been hurting my performance.
To digress, damn, your nerves will never go away.
Holy shit.
This ping is pretty scary. So if you guys need to split up the matchup, reminder that if it is way too laggy and completely unplayable, please let me know. Message me on the Get Great group chat, and I will split up the matchup and we'll individually fight you guys to.
I have higher ping with the guy who's apparently in the same continent
Yeah, it was at 500 at first, and now it's down to like 100 something.
Yeah, same.
Reminder, guys, make sure you're playing on Ethernet. If you're playing a fighting game online, out of respect for your opponent, play on Ethernet. You might think your Wi-Fi is good. It's not. Trust me. There are always packet drops in Wi-Fi. It's inherent to the medium. Make sure you are setting your GGPO to about 1 frame of delay per every 80 MMS of lag, of ping, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you don't have any stream service or anything on in the background. Make sure your family isn't watching Netflix or things like that. It's the best way to guarantee a connection. But to go back to
stop watching Netflix. I'm playing video games.
Anyway, to go back to the concept of nerves, it's like the nerves never completely go away. Like So, like, SNES, like, it's a good thing you're practicing getting rid of nerves here, like, in steps. Because Get Gr8 is relatively a low-pressure thing, right? In a tournament, nerves can completely make or break a set. So, practice getting rid of nerves here, then practice in online tournaments, then practice in real tournaments, and that's the best way, like, step-by-step to deal with nerves.
That's a really interesting approach, like, option that the Squiggly's choosing. I don't like it, but I've never seen it before, so kudos, I guess. Oh god, Napalm Trigger as your block string ender. That's not good.
Oh, stagger the crushing medium kick. I respect that.
Oh, Squiggy with silly side assist. This team isn't good, but it's not bad.
Yeah, there are things you can do with it. Oh, nice use a grab there to catch your opponent off guard. That will not work at high level play. They will punish you, but it does work if people are sleeping. It's a good way to punish them.
Yeah, so Kubi's shown a really profound inability to get in. Like, he was getting hit by the robo assist very much in neutral, so I don't know why we're going in. That's another thing. You have to be paying attention to what your opponent is and is not, like, doing well in the game. Like I don't know why you're going in on Robo Fortune. Not just because you're playing Robo Fortune, like, who shouldn't be going in that much, but also, like, your opponent's shown to be much better in the close range than you are, and you seem to be winning in the long and mid range. And so it's something you need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. So, one thing about the Robo, whenever you get hit confirmed with jumping medium punch, you need to get used to confirming with it, because that is going to be the move you get hit confirms with. That move is super, super good, especially because you can jump cancel it into another jumping medium punch, and it also crosses up, and it's all sorts of dumb. So get used to converting off of jumping medium punch. In terms of Squiggly, I noticed you're doing Daisy a lot at the end of, I don't know, like, it's whenever your opponent blocks something, or whenever you think your opponent is going to, like, press a button. Two things. Daisy's not a reversal, and two, Daisy is not an aggression tool. Daisy is a conversion tool. So you use Daisy to convert off of Silver Cord to build a charge in between. You use Daisy to convert off of center stage if your opponent's still standing in neutral. Like, you never use it raw. You might be able to catch someone once in a while because you got really lucky, but no, Daisy is not. That's not what it's for. It's not good.
It also scales to combo to 15. Controlling characters in this game, yeah, that space control doesn't really mean anything out of context. Like, controls what space? Controls close range space? Controls full screen? Controls the mid screen?
I mean, space control is just the general definition of zoning. And there are multiple different types of zoning characters here. There are projectile.
I don't know, like, because you would say like Double has extremely good space control, but I wouldn't say that she, like, is a good zoning character, or even, like,
she's controlling a zone. That's the whole idea.
Oh, like, kind of a zoner. The two, like, hard-coded zoners in this game are Peacock and Robo Fortune. I personally think Peacock is the best character in the game, and Robo Fortune is the second worst, but you can play who you want, honestly. Prevent you getting in and are annoying. You're looking for Peacock. It sounds like you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say play Peacock. She has a bit of a learning curve, but she is the most annoying character in the game by far, and one of the strongest.
Reminder that block dash is a thing. To get in on Robo Squiggly, you're gonna need to block dash. Yeah. It's like the only really choice you have. This is one of the most annoying matchups in the game. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad matchup, it's just really annoying. After Dragon Bite is blocked, if your opponent didn't push block, you're +1. There's an intermediate bracket. I can talk frame data, finally. If you're +1, that means you can press any button. There's nothing Robo could have done about it besides, like, maybe a super.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're going in this much with Robo. You should try and familiarize yourself more with what your character's strengths are, because it seems like you're kind of just doing the same sort of jump-in plan with all three of your characters, and that's not a great idea. Again, Robo, does have some, like, decent jump-in game, but it's way weaker compared to other characters and compared to her zoning game. Like, you want to be zoning with your Theonite beams, getting your head drone rams going on so that you can kind of use them to gain neutral advantage. Get the single hit cross up. Did that just happen?
I missed it. I was reading chat.
Did the last hit of Car hit on the other side?
I've seen it happen before, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in so long. That was so lucky. Holy shit.
Oh, nice chicken block land cancel. It's unfortunate. I think you didn't press the right button to punish. Like, if you perfectly chicken block land cancel that, you could have punished that for sure. Although it does seem like there's a reasonable amount of, or unreasonable. So you got lucky with that Daisy. Don't let that be positive feedback to you. That doesn't mean you should be doing that. You got really lucky and there were better options.
Yeah, looks like some real lag.
Oh, well, you dropped like 7 conversions, by the way, like a minute ago. please practice your conversions robot, whether you get a hit confirm off an assist, off of jumping medium punch, etc. You need to make every single hit confirm count. That applies to a lot of characters, but it especially applies to them.
Yeah.
She does, like,
if it's lagging as bad as it looks, hit confirming might be like impossible.
That's true. But
if it's lagging this bad as spectator, I can't imagine what it's like in the game.
Yeah. So I'll see if they say anything after this match that I can attribute it to that.
I mean, like, if it's lagging like this for us, like, it's gotta be terrible.
It's gotta be bad, yeah.
Like, so I'm not gonna fault them too much on the hit confirming.
So they slide. Yeah, okay. Got that conversion.
Oh. Yeah. Gotta punish those.
Just remember that if you end up block string on a heavy, I believe it is almost always... It should pretty much always be unsafe. There are some specials that you can use to make it safe, and there's some specials you can use to frame trap, but in general, if they just end on a heavy, you can press a button and murder them.
Unless you're playing Philia.
What, really?
-4.
On block?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
On Chompadour.
Wild. Weird.
Yep. Yeah. But also, Philia doesn't have any safe on block specials. So
why would anyone ever try to frame trap into Hairball then? I guess ending strings and sending hard punch sounds like the god decision.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright, I'm assuming I'm being messaged in a moment. Let me request splitting up the matchup. No, they're just gonna queue back up. Okay, that's fine too.
Okay. Oh shit, I need to get my shit out of the dryer. It's been done for like 30 minutes.
If it's in the dryer, it's fine. It's only bad if it's in the washer. That's when that mildew bullshit happens.
I don't want no one stealing that shit.
Oh, it's like an apartment set?
Yeah, it's an apartment shit. Yeah.
Okay. I stopped staying in apartments without washer dryers inside, because that shit drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's like the one thing I don't like about my living situation, but everything else is like really, really good, so I'll live.
Put the DMB to the corner, you are plus something after that.
Oh, we gotta learn better combos, holy shit. Oof, yeah, these are some fucking ugly combos. We gotta learn some better ones.
Yeah, there's some super optimal stuff. Reach out to me on the Discord if you want some optimal squiggly things or whatnot.
Reach out to me in the Discord if you want real optimal squiggly shit.
You don't have real optimal squiggly shit. I gave you the optimal squiggly shit.
No, remember I found something online that was like immediately more optimal than yours.
That wasn't?
You were like, what? Yeah, the full resource list, the no meter, no charges.
Oh, the no meter, no charge ones, because I said you should never be in a situation where you have no meter and charge. Yeah.
Man,
I didn't optimize that because I think
irresponsibly.
What?
I spent my meter on coke and hookers, man. Like,
I mean, you don't have to use a combo. The thing is, like, if you're going for strong resets, you need to spend meter. If you're going to apply pressure and try to conserve your meter, it's just not really an option. Like, if you're just trying to save meter or try to build up meter, then you're going for bad resets or you're doing bad damage. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. You don't have a choice there.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing the whole like fucking what's it called? Daisy pusher, like every fucking combo, like reset set play.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I do. Like I just
and then you get a charge for free every time.
Yep.
But then you spend it, and then you gotta get the reset. And
well, the set play I use saves it and uses it the second time after I get the reset, and that lets me kill. It lets me because I save it. It lets me set up for a counter hit setup really late on. That's like really tricky. Catches almost everybody.
Yeah. Oh my god, lane canceling that shit.
Or burst base setup, I meant. That gets me to counter hit, or whatever.
Okay, yeah, we're flesh stepping into block string. That's not a great idea.
Nice check block line cancel. Didn't get the full punish on it. Now we're just doing car because we can.
Yeah, that's gonna
go. Deeds.
Oh
what?
No, you should let the car rock. That would have hit.
Okay.
What's the car? What's the car super called? It's something. I
don't know. Gangs all together again. I don't know.
No, it has like some weird name. Bandwagon Rushdown, right?
Ah, okay. All right, we're at 3. Again, are you guys suffering from the lag? If you can, you can request the match to be split up. But no, you're just reading up again. Okay.
Yeah, this is looking not great, but you know. This is a great sell weekly for Guilty Gear. You're asking the wrong people.
Yeah. I mean,
we are two people who wish we could play Guilty Gear.
I only want to play Accent Core, so if you want to play any relevant Guilty Gear, you're coming to the wrong person.
Man, I just started playing Guilty Gear, ready for the next one. Honestly,
do you like Guilty Gear? Like playing
Guilty Gear is the fucking best fighting game out right now.
I know you say that, but I never seen you actually want to play that game.
Because it's so hard. It is so hard to learn.
Yeah,
and I just can't do it.
Not like, I mean, you're talking to the wrong person when it comes to that too. Because like, I am dedicated to learning Tekken. And Tekken doesn't even feel like it's gonna take too long to get. I mean, when I say not take too long, I mean I'm gonna be fine in like 10 years. But like, yeah. Like it's gonna take a lot less dedication than that for Guilty Gear. And also the new one's coming out soon, so you can prepare for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I should just boot up Rev 2 and like get used to it and try and like get ready for Gear 2020. Let
me know if you want to play some matches. I should still have Rev 2 installed.
Eggs Orth. I don't know. Was it you that like I had the revelation about why it's called Exerd?
No, it wasn't with me. Isn't it just X but third? Because like the second one's called XX.
Yeah, because Guilty Gear X, Guilty Gear XX, and you can't have triple X because that's the sex thing.
Yeah, so it's Exerd.
It's Exerd. And I had that revelation, and it like blew my fucking mind.
I thought it was like really uncreative. I'm like, that's the best you can do. Alright.
Dude, it's so fucking like Arc Sys though. Chrono Phantasma, like Continuum Shift Extend, come on.
I mean, my favorite game is considered... What the fuck is it called? Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R... Wait, is that the full name? Was there? I feel like I missed something.
No, yeah, Guilty Gear XX... Like, all the anime games of that era have, like, terrible names, and, like, Guilty Gear's kind of the last of that, like, bastion. I guess Eunice, too. But,
Eunice, I think, is worse than Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, you can at least tell what the series is.
Yeah. Also, like, for the first time, Eunice is removing letters. Because it's not EX late ST like CLR. It's I think just EX late CLR or something.
Yeah, it's Uniclear or something. Would I play in Guilty Gear? I played Jam. Yeah. In Sign, I played Leo because I tried the entire cast, and Leo was the only one that felt kind of like Jam, and he at least had a stance, which was kind of cool. And I love myself as stance character. Oh, that was kind of cool.
Combo. Good happy birthday combo. This is gonna drop, yeah.
Yeah. You have to use the first hit of standing medium punch. Whoa. First hit of standing medium punch into standing hard kick and then loop that. You have to stance with a hard kick. If you want to see how that looks, reach out to me and I'll send you a link on how that's supposed to look. You can. Squiggly is the queen of mid-screen double snaps.
Yeah. Or you could have just done another Squiggly battle opera.
Oh, did QB have another meter?
He had 2 more, I think.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That case, yeah. They should have just done a level 3 in that, because that would have killed him. Now,
also
ever since the stupid Grand Beta, Squiggles level 3 is actually kind of worth it when it comes to damage, as long as it doesn't go off screen. Who would win in a fight in Arc Sys games? Between Arc Sys names and Squeenix names. They've met. Alright, so Final Fantasy has managed to have 15 titles that are all fucking numbered. Like, I don't think any series in general has managed that. Yeah, they have like spin-offs and side things, but their main line is still numbered to this day. I respect that. There's
some like of those Square Enix games that like don't make sense though, like Argeis, God Bless the Ring. Final Fantasy Dissidia NT is pretty terrible.
That one's pretty fucked up. Yeah, all the side spin-off things are not the greatest.
But some of them are good, like Crystal Chronicles, of Crystal Bearers, Tactics Advance, The Legend of Grimoire. Those are like normal ass like anime names, like that kind of like they're just trying to sound cool. Like they're not nonsensical like some of the fighting game names.
And they're making it very clear that it doesn't play like the other Final Fantasy games because it's just not a mainline series. I respect that. Hey, they're just a minute.
The Kingdom Hearts games are pretty terrible names.
Oh, that's true, I guess.
Kingdom Hearts Union Cross.
Was it Birth by Sleep? Is that one of them?
Birth by Sleep. That one's like kind of one of the more coherent ones. Birth by Sleep and Chain of Memories are 2 of the better names.
What?
Like 358 over 2 days, or 358 days over 2 are pretty bad, and Dream Drop Distance are pretty bad. But Dream Drop Distance is the 3DS
thing. We got Daisy! Yes! You did it correctly! And it caused like 5 seconds of lag, but that's okay. You did it correctly.
What is going on right now? It's getting worse.
Yeah, there is no internet left. You guys have eaten it all up.
Yeah, I know that Dream Drop Distance is like for the whole 3DS thing.
All right, Maple-wise, let me know next time, or just remind me next time or something. I'm going to make sure you're matched up against a different person. I know you two are a relatively close matchup, but I don't think the connection between you two is clean at all. And I want to make sure you get a better match next time. Same thing to you, QB.
Yeah, this is,
I think I crossed that. That sucks. Yeah, you have to just keep holding back. The initial direction you hold, you just keep holding it, and that's the only way you can deal with the Robo tagging. People still struggle with that. It's funny. Ended on a heavy, which means you could have been punished, but you didn't really get punished because there's so much lag that nothing makes sense. This is unfortunate. Real Robot says they want to fight Maple-wise. Well, we can save that for next time, because that's it for today, I think. Unless, did I?
Yeah, I think that's all of it.
Yeah, no one said anything in the Get Gr8 Discord. No one said anything for over a week. Or almost a week, actually.
And now it's the Glover's return of the open lobby. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. I mean, we've had open lobby pretty consistently when I'm around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the only times we don't have is when I'm in Chicago, which is right now, okay. Unfortunately. So I gotta go. But thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a good time. Make sure you guys are practicing every week. Hard to use too, Servon. Love you. Guys all played well. Got to keep practicing though. You guys got quite a ways to go. Make sure you can do your combos consistently. I think I saw. I can count on one hand how many people were able to do the combos consistently today. Got to be able to do better than that.
Yeah, I didn't see like a single real reset setup either. I don't think.
Yeah, if you guys we are available for you. If you guys want resources on what resets you should be doing and what context they're good or not, like we're there. Reach out to us on the Discord. It's type !DISCORD. It's a really active Discord. If you need people to fight, check it out. Like. Yeah. The VODs will be back on YouTube in case you don't like the Twitch replay thing that happens. So you can wait out for the YouTube VODs. They'll be out tonight. Signups will be going live tomorrow probably for the next week.
Did I tell you the stupidest fucking thing happened the other day?
What happened?
I was just like on Twitch and I was like the fucking and I get notifications for this channel because I'm a mod in it, and I guess some guy was watching the VOD back, but then like typing in the chat replay, so it got a message every time. Like I got a notification every time he like posted because it was like a comment or whatever, and so this guy was like responding to people in the Twitch chat replay.
In like the Twitch chat replay, I find it really funny that people can do that. I don't understand why you got a notification for that though.
I kept on getting notifications about it. It was so weird.
Kind of funny. I mean, maybe he was doing it. Maybe he's not an idiot and was expecting like other people who were watching the VOD to want answers, but like, or maybe he was just that immersed. Maybe it was just that immersive. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, in the sultry tones of, I don't know. This shit was weird though, man. It was really fucking weird.
All right. Well, let me know if that happens again. I'll just see if I can find a way to disable that. I don't know what was up with that. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.